Yeah, and under the whole umbrella of Homeland Security, so you have all those emblems. You don't have like your own emblem.
Recently there was an announcement that USCIS would be looking for anti-Americanism as part of your social media vetting and just general vetting. What would you define as anti-Americanism? What are you looking for?
Given what we have seen with the increase in significant pro-Hamas activity, proactivity for espousing the beliefs of other terrorist groups and anarchist groups and totalitarian groups, we want to know if people are involved in that. Again.
Can I walk past?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
We've always done this to a degree. We've just expanded it to make sure that we're looking at certain applications, especially those coming from the F1, from the student visa world, and moving into maybe another type of benefit, maybe an H-1B, OPT, a green card, something else. We want to get a sense of what was the activity that they were involved in. If people are shouting, you know, impeach the president, that is within their right. But if people are shouting and taking action and funding groups that are espousing the ideology of death to America, that's different. So there is a fine line. But again, that's why I say this is not a bright line rule. This is a factor that we want to consider. But political ideology that stems from the normal course of political dialogue in this country is not at all something that we are looking at here.
You know, a lot of the things that you've done, I'm thinking like the officers that are now USCIS 1811 officers, one example, but are moving into the space of immigration enforcement. Do you feel that you are moving into immigration enforcement away from being a benefits agency?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. The use of the term police force that we've heard by several news sources so far is a misnomer. They're not a police force. This is going to be a highly trained and very small section of this agency dealing specifically with rooting out immigration fraud. And, you know, I don't view this as a shift in our policy. We have already had fraud detection national security officers. We will continue to have those officers. What this does is take their ability to move a case beyond what their jurisdiction allowed. They couldn't present really cases for prosecution or finalize with an arrest without needing HSI or another federal agency. Now we have the ability to bring a case to its natural conclusion, which would be a prosecution.
I know that citizenship integrity has been a big issue for you. What is your concern about the citizenship process right now?
I have said that the test is too easy, and I also do not believe that the test does anything right now more than measure an applicant's ability to memorize a couple facts about the United States. That's not showing an attachment to the Constitution as required by the statute. That's really not showing an attachment to the civic responsibilities as required, nor is writing a single sentence in English and reading a single sentence in English really demonstrating a familiarity at a certain degree with the English language, all required by the statute. Well, I'm looking at the potential of maybe doing a standardized test on a different day that might include an essay component on what being an American means to me, or something else that really gives us a sense of whether an applicant fully understands what is being asked of them when they become an American citizen. It's a huge responsibility and a huge honor, and we've got to be sure that the people who are engaged in that process really understand it and are taking it seriously.